If an asteroid was hurtling towards Earth, what would you do? How would you respond to the end coming? Would you riot in the streets? Would you spend it with your loved ones? Would you watch one last sunset? Would you try to help stop it? Or would you trust that someone else will stop it? And while Don't Look Up isn't necessarily about an asteroid impact, it has a very interesting take on the concept, compared to something like Armageddon. And it's left me wondering, do we have a plan to deflect asteroids?
Welcome to Technality. I'm Alex Melky.
Really, any disaster movie where the end of the world is coming, there is a reliance on science to save us. In Don't Look Up, it remains true. If you haven't seen it yet, the film follows two astronomers who try to spread the word that a planet-destroying comet is approaching. Of course, the government, corporations, and the public don't really take them seriously at first. And when people do, they trust that science will be able to stop it.
Well, good news. It should. NASA has an asteroid tracking system that is capable of searching the entire night sky. It's called ATLAS, and it's the first survey capable of searching the entire night sky every 24 hours. It's made up of 4 telescopes that can find and track asteroids.
What really got me while researching this video, though, is that it launched January 31st, 2022. It launched not even a month since this video came out, which means we haven't had the technology until very recently. We've had some monitoring systems, but never the full night sky, which is a bit terrifying. Because it's not like we're strangers to asteroid impacts. Some might say it killed the dinosaurs. So it feels like we should have had this technology in place sooner. However, now that we have ATLAS, NASA is able to monitor the chance of an impact. Why? Well, so they can potentially deflect it. Finding the threat is the first step to stopping it. Like in Don't Look Up, the hope is that they can knock an Earth-threatening comet off course. However, where there's only 6 months in the movie, scientists now are hoping to deflect these hazards years in advance. That way they have time to prepare and launch a deflection mission if needed. NASA's DART project is the current attempt at having a contingency plan. A specially designed spacecraft meant to knock an asteroid off course. On November 24th, 2021, NASA tested out DART on a SpaceX Falcon 9 rocket. The purpose of the mission is to test it out on a non-Earth threatening asteroid to see if they can deflect it on a predetermined course, because it would really suck if we knocked it into course with Earth. But we won't know if DART works or not until at least September 2022. Asteroid deflection is still in the experimental phase. Since October 2021, 40% of the known asteroids over 140 meters have been found. None of them are expected to pose a threat for at least 100 years, which doesn't actually seem too far off. However, there's always the potential that something is lurking out there. And I don't know about you, but Bruce Willis probably isn't saving us anytime soon. He's too busy making 7 films a year. Of course, in the end, Don't Look Up is a movie about climate change. We haven't been listening to the experts, and when we do try to make changes, they're often stopped by higher powers. So while we have the knowledge of how to protect us, do the people we're relying on to save us, the scientists, do they have the support they need to prevent the world from ending?